All right, y'all, it has officially been 4 months and things are looking pretty good.
I'ma go hard, bitch, yeah, I'm a star. Hate on me now, cause I'ma go far. Look at me now, if you wanna see good in 5 years tops, I'ma still be.
And just like that, a whole other month has just flown on by. 4 months, 120-ish days, depending on how many weeks and days and months there are when you combine all the mathematics and everything. But things are looking pretty good. As you can see, this is the recipient area, looking pretty good. Some of the hair over here, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just because I haven't been brushing my hair since I got the transplant. I've just been going with whatever, rubbing it with my hands or whatever, but I haven't actually put a brush on it, just to be on the safe side, just in case. Don't want to be too rough with it. But taking a look at the recipient area, these hairs right here, like going forward, these ones are all going up, so it kind of looks a little bit weird, but I'm assuming once I start brushing it forward, this should all start, getting trained to go forward, or if I brush it back, brush it wherever I want, I can train it to do whatever I want. Now, as you could probably tell, we have a lot of thickness going on here on the hairline for the most part, although we can still see the separation between the transplanted area and the natural hair, which I'm hoping goes away because when I did have the hair cut down to a level 1, a month ago. This is actually about 3 weeks of growth because I did cut it after about 2 weeks. Although when I'm doing that's 5 weeks. How's that a whole month? I don't know, days, whatever. But the point is, I did cut this down about 3 weeks ago, and now this is what 3 weeks of growth looks like. Now back to what I was saying about this little gap here. You can see like right here, it's blending in, so it looks like maybe it's just growing at different rates, and this should eventually fill in, because like I was saying, when I did cut it back when I first decided to finally cut it after 3 months, it was all even and it looked very good. So I'm pretty optimistic about things. Don't think it's going to be too weird, although I am pretty sure, let's see, around this area there's no actual transplanted hair, so I think we're going to have a little bit of a light spot going on here, but all of this part should start filling in, because I remember it was something like this, it was kind of like a straight little thing. It didn't really branch out this way, which, they should have probably sprinkled some in there. I'm not sure why they didn't, but that's what I remember. Looks like right here we have a bit of a gap too, but I do remember this was all filled, so I'm not worried about that. Now taking a look at the sides, we also kind of have the same thing going on here. Now the weird thing about all of these issues I'm bringing up is, as I'm doing all my videos, you can't really tell the difference too much, but when I look in the mirror I can see it really crazily, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But overall, good growth going on in the transplanted area, and we're only 4 months in. Remember, it takes about a year and a half to see the final full results. So, optimistic, we've still got a ton of time left to have everything blend together, hopefully. Now taking a look at the donor area, I don't know, I think it should look good now because we do have some length here. As I was saying last time, I did notice you can see the cutout when I have the shave down to a 1. Don't think that's going to change because, hair is gone. We're not getting more hair, and I don't think I had any shock loss. I guess I could have had a little bit without noticing, and then that would make it look worse, but I don't know. It should look fine now, and the thing is, it looks worse when I walk away. So like up close, it's kind of hard to tell unless you're looking for it, but as I get further away, you're like, oh, I can see it right there. Just like when I first cut it, you could definitely see how this was lighter a month ago, but now it's actually getting very thick, other than, that little gap right here. But other than that, things are feeling and looking very good, and I'm happy with the results. I mean, right now, if I'm talking to you like this, blah, 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 it looks fine. You would never know. Then I look down a little bit, you're like, that boy's thin in like a weird pattern. But overall, I'm very happy with it. Nice straight hairline going on here. Looking good. Feeling good. I could play with it. This is my own natural hair. I could tug on it a little bit. Actually, let me show you up close. I could tug on it. Look at that, it's just in there. Yeah. Now sometimes I do feel some soreness randomly, although I think that's normal because I also feel soreness on non-affected areas as well sometimes. So I'm not sure if it's related at all to the transplant, but like right now I can feel some soreness right here. I don't know if do we still have redness? We might have a little bit of redness still going on. Not sure. Definitely not noticeable. Nothing that's gonna draw any attention. The only thing I'm worried about is this huge gap. Because remember, when I first got the transplant, they shaved it down and didn't go all the way back to where they shaved it, because I was like, oh, they probably just shaved extra, to have room to work. And I was like, because there's no way they would not put hair in a big gap, right? Right? The good news is though, when I did have it all shaved down very short, it all blended together and looked fine. So I'm just hoping these hairs haven't sprouted, because if you look close, you can definitely see some little hairs that didn't sprout up. So I'm hoping that those do sprout up and, you know, fill in the gap and make it look presentable. Other than that though, things are doing great and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. I'm definitely going to be cutting it down and keeping it nice, but the good news is, remember, this is like 3 weeks of growth and for the most part it looks fine, so that's good. You know, when the hair is like, you know, before the transplant, if I grew it out, it looks terrible, so you have to keep that thing buzz cut. So, you know, definitely an improvement right now, and I'm looking forward to see what happens around the 6-month mark and especially a year. If you guys also are going along with this journey, let me know how yours is going, if you're experiencing similar things, and make sure you guys backtrack on all of the videos I've already done, especially the first couple of days. That first week was pretty something. I guess it was like the first half of the week that was pretty cool. After that, it started, you know, phasing out to nothing, and then, you know, the 3-month mark where I finally cut it and had the glow up, it was real, and I'm still on cloud 9.